I want to get into this Alabama-Notre Dame matchup. And let's look at the Tide first. Listen, they're a clear number one team in the country, and it is because they are really good everywhere. Their defense is strong. Their offense is obviously very strong. They can run the football. They can throw the football. Mac Jones has had a great year. Devontae Smith has had a great year. So I first wanted to start on the offensive side and just show you some of the things that make Alabama so difficult to defend. Let's start with their dynamic duo of Mac Jones and Devontae Smith. These guys, even against great coverage, right? Like in this instance, Bama is going against Georgia. Georgia is in perfect position. That's great coverage, folks, on an inside little slot fade, but the ball placement, the timing, and the athleticism of the wide receiver just beat great defense. That's number one. But then they also do some scheme things to get Devontae Smith and Mac Jones going. This is a great little fake RPO, pump fake on the slant, and then he goes deep. Check this out. Okay, here's the fake RPO. Then you get the pump fake, and that's going to draw the safety down. See that? Safety stops. This is in the Iron Bowl against Auburn. Bam. Devontae Smith is gone. Can't defend it. And when they execute that well, it's really hard. Mac Jones, look at that pump. Great one-handed pump. Everything his shoulders, then even gives a little fadeaway on the touchdown throw. Here's another great little scheme. Watch Devontae Smith. He's going to come off the line and block. He's going to fake that bubble screen. And then in the backfield, Mac Jones holds the ball just long enough to get that slant to Devontae Smith. Hard to cover because remember, he blocked off the line of scrimmage. So one of the things that makes this go, though, see, like anyone can draw that up, but it's the execution. In the face of pressure, look at that ball placement. Right on his chest, in stride, and then the speedy Smith can take off and get that yards after the catch. But it's not just the finesse of the run game, passing game. It's also the power of the run game. Here's Najee Harris against Ole Miss. Watch this. They're going to pull a guard and a tight end. And keep in mind, they got all those receivers out to the right side. So you got to defend Devontae Smith, right? And then now all of a sudden, boom, you get a double team on the edge. Ole Miss is totally outnumbered on that left side. The safety's the only one left to tackle Najee Harris, and he's way out of position towards the middle of the field. Obviously nervous for Devontae Smith. Here again, 3 wide receivers up. Now they're going to run a pin and pull back to this short side. Pin and pull. That means if you're an offensive lineman and you're covered, pin your guy towards the right. If you're uncovered, you pull around. So both guards now are going to pull around. Very simple concept. Pin, pull. There's a block. There's a block. And again, one-on-one with the secondary player, and you're going to take Najee Harris pretty much every single time, and he's able to step out of that tackle and run for a touchdown. Here they're trying to close things out, so they're going to get into big formation. 3 tight ends, 2 running backs. They motion this tight end. Man coverage, it draws the defense away. Then they're going to pull a guard. Bam, he's going to kick out the end of man on the line of scrimmage. And here's the fullback. Check out this devastating block. Boom. And he's gone. Najee Harris runs for a touchdown. So these are all the things that are so difficult for Alabama to defend. But if you're looking at their defense, folks, there are some vulnerabilities on their defense. Check out this play against Georgia. It's a single high safety. And normally you're going to play kind of a cover 3, but the corner makes a mistake, and he's going to go inside with that post route. What that does is it leaves this support player, this hook curl defender, out on an island. So the out and up beats him. It's a big play. There we go. Georgia is able to execute. Now, the ball is not thrown very well, so it's underthrown and they don't get the huge play out of it. Here's a big 3rd down. Normally you'd think, all right, 3rd down, it's great. They bring a pressure, but look, open man for a 1st down. There are things out there against this defense that you can attack. The problem is Georgia missed there. Ball goes through the hands of the wide receiver, and it ends up being a pick. This should just be a 1st down. It should basically be like, 1st and 10 there at the 12 or 1st and goal from the 9, but it ends up being an Alabama turnover. This is one of the things that they do so well. Here, another big play opportunity for Georgia. Look at this out of the slot. They kind of have this bracket defend, but the safety gets too wide. Look at that, a big play to be had, but they miss it. Good execution is going to create not only an explosive play, but potentially a touchdown. And you know how I know? Because Florida was able to get him. Here's another slot player. He's going to be on just like an inside fade. Boom. And he's able to get out there. Trask then throws a beautiful ball in stride, and it's a touchdown. These are the plays that have to be made against Alabama if you're going to beat them. So the question is, can Notre Dame make those plays? Well, if you're looking for a strategy for Notre Dame, here's one of them. If you've got free access throws on the outside, take them, right? Here's a big boy throw from Ian Book. He's got the separation needed, and he throws that out route to the left side. That's going to draw the defense into kind of an open coverage, and then you're going to have the run numbers. So then what do? You hammer away with the run, and we know Notre Dame can do that. Check out this nice cutback by the running back and the mash down to the right side of the offensive line. Great movement there. Now he's one-on-one in the secondary. Boom, and he gets outside. So Notre Dame take the free access throws on the outside in order to run the football later. Here, the deception to create takeaways for Notre Dame. Check out man coverage right there from the linebacker, but the man coverage on the outside by the safety, he doesn't go all the way outside, so he's ready for a tip ball. Lawrence didn't see him. They tip the ball. They create a takeaway. Here's the confusion that they're going to see. Watch Lawrence. He's going to go up and he checks the play because he thinks there's a blitz coming from his right from the top of the screen. You see that? He's disguising up there, the Notre Dame linebacker, but then he falls out of it, and now Lawrence has nowhere to go. So if you're looking for Notre Dame, what are the areas that they need to be great at? Well, first and foremost, take what the defense gives. That was the first clip, right? So if they've got free access out there and you can throw an out route or a hitch route, take the free yardage and let Ian Book do that. Then once you get two safeties in the middle of the field and you've got run ratios up front, use that offensive line that has been so powerful during the course of the season and run the football effectively. On the defensive side, they've got to make sure that they're creating confusion in order to do two things. One, get stops on third down and create takeaways. And you just saw both of those instances in that ACC championship game. Although I will tell you, those were basically the only positive plays in that ACC championship game for Notre Dame. So it should be a decent matchup. Listen, I like Alabama in this matchup. They're just too good. They're too powerful. They're too speedy on the outside. I think Notre Dame will play better than they did against Clemson, but it remains to be seen the margin of victory. I would take Bama by 10 at this point in that Rose Bowl game in Dallas. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy that clip, make sure you click subscribe somewhere down here. From game highlights to exclusive interviews and rankings, we've got everything you need as a college football fan right here, College Football on Fox.